In this video, we're going to be looking at solving linear equations, and linear just means that they're going to create straight lines on a graph. So the name of it is not that important, but what is important is how we go about solving this thing. And to solve means find x, the classic maths question there. So find x. And in this particular example, we want to try to understand what is happening to x. If I rewrote this equation like this, 4 times x, let's just put a box there, and I said to you, think of a number that when I times by 4 and add 1, I get 21. Then your brain will tick away and it will probably come up with the right answer here, 5. Okay, 4 times 5 is 20, plus 1 is 21. Okay, which is great. That's absolutely fine. If you go straight to the answer x equals 5, then you're doing well, but we need the working out as well. We can't just grab the answer and hope to get all the marks, because that won't always work. Especially if we have decimals in here and fractions, you won't be able to find that number very easily at all. So let's think of a strategy that we'll use for every single equation, and is essentially taking BIDMAS and reversing it. Okay, let's look at BIDMAS backwards. Okay, SAMDIB. If we look at x, what is attached to x from BIDMAS that we don't want? We want x by itself, and at the moment it's got things attached to it that we need to get rid of. The 4 from BIDMAS, what is the 4 doing to x? Well, there's an invisible times sign here. 4 times x, x times 4, they're the same thing. So we have a multiply 4 here that we need to get rid of. We also have this add 1 that we don't want. Okay, so this and this need to go, and that is our job when we're solving. We need to get rid of the extra stuff. We just want x. So the reason that I do this SAMDIB, this BIDMAS in reverse, is that we can attack this question using SAMDIB as our framework. Plus 1 comes first, left to right, plus 1. Let's get rid of this plus 1 by doing the opposite to both sides of the equals. The opposite of plus 1 is minus 1. So I'm going to do a little minus 1 on both sides of the equals. And let's see what happens. We've got 4x here that hasn't been touched. The plus 1 and the minus 1 gives you 0. Okay, so that disappears now. And on the right hand side, I've got 21 take away 1, which is 20. And hopefully you'll notice by doing this minus 1, I got rid of my plus 1 in one step. That's now disappeared. This is taken care of. The next stage is to do the opposite of times 4, which is divide 4. Divide both sides by 4, and 4x divided by 4 is 1x, which we don't bother writing the 1, and 20 divided by 4 is 5. So x equals 5. Okay, this process of SAMDIB in reverse will help you with even the most complicated equations. Okay, we're not going to get to those because we're just doing linear equations, so just x, but you'll see stuff with x squareds and square roots. That's all dealt with this framework. So let's try another one where we have something like 2x plus 1 equals 11. Just write SAMDIB at the side until you start getting used to this process. Okay, you won't need this forever, but this is a framework that we can use to build our skills. x has a times 2 attached. That's what the 2 is doing. And plus 1 is here. Okay, so now we can start. We can reverse the plus 1, minus 1. That leaves us with 2x. 1 minus 1 is 0. That's now gone. 11 take away 1 is 10. Dealt with that one. Opposite of times by 2, divide by 2. So 2x divided by 2 is 1x. 10 divided by 2. Okay, that's 5 again. But it's not always 5. It just so happens that 5 worked for this equation. Okay, and how I want you to start checking these, I'll show you on the calculator in another video, but we can take that x equals 5 and just quickly put it back into our original equation. 2x, 2 lots of x is 10, plus 1, yeah, that's 11. So a very quick and easy check to show that we've got this correct, and we can walk away from that question saying, yep, we've got those 2 marks. Okay, let's try 3x minus 1 equals 11. Okay, SAMDIB. We've got times 3 and subtract 1. So we've got a different letter here. So take away 1. And we're going to reverse the process. So the opposite of minus 1 is plus 1. 3x. These two cancel. And 11 plus 1 is 12. So we've done that one. Now we can times 3, do the opposite, divide 3. Okay, 3x divided by 3 is just 1x. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So that is the process. These one-step equations, all we're doing is reversing BIDMAS. Okay, now in the app we also have some two-step equations in here, and all that is building on that framework. So let's say we've got 4x plus 1 equals 2x plus 7. You'll notice the difference between this and the last one is that we've got an x on both sides. Okay, both sides of the equals. So our first job is to take the smallest x and combine it with the biggest x. You don't want to do it the other way around because you'll get minus signs. So take the smallest x, which is currently positive 2x. There's a hidden plus there. And we're going to reverse the process. We're going to minus 2x. Okay, so we're going to subtract 2x from the right-hand side, which will make this disappear. But if we do it to the right side, just like before, we have to do the same to both sides. Okay, if I take away 2x from the right-hand side, I have to do the same on the left. It's like a seesaw. We've got to balance it out. So 4x take away 2x is 2x. Plus 1, I haven't done anything to that. 2x take away 2x disappears, and I'm left with positive 7. You can leave the plus there if you want, but we don't bother. So that's this. And now, just by that one process of basically taking the 2x over to the other side by subtracting, we've now created this same as the first examples, one-step equation. So we're going to minus 1, 2x equals 6, and then we're going to divide by 2, x equals 3. So you can see that we're building on our skills. The first step is the one-step equations, take away 1, divide by 2, and then if you find yourself with the x on both sides, take the smallest one over to the other side and subtract. If it's a minus, we add. So we just do the opposite each time. Okay, practice that a few times. This is going to be done hundreds of times between now and when you do your GCSE exam, whenever that is. You need to have this skill before you move on to the higher level ones.